We take care of horses. Our niche really is that we're an all-breed facility, so we will take any type of equine. And that's different than a lot of the other rescue type organizations here in central Kentucky, in the sense that oftentimes we will take horses that other people have given up on. And those are horses that have very difficult conditions or injuries that are hard to treat. And people can't do much with that because they don't have the time, they don't have the money, or they don't have the expertise.
The reason that we exist is to help those horses that have fallen through the cracks and that have become neglected or don't have another opportunity or a chance somewhere, or people are at their wits' end and they don't know how to find another happy home for their horses, or just plain don't know how to take care of them properly. And horses need a place where they can land softly on their way to their next happy place.
So we take horses, oftentimes this could be the last stop for them. And I am convinced that many of our horses that come here would have been euthanized if they had not come to the Equine Humane Center. So we never turn away a horse in active crisis, and that would be defined as a horse that was abandoned and emaciated somewhere. And animal control got it and said, we have no place to put this horse, so would you take it? Yes, we would take it. Any horse that's in dire situation will not be turned away. So we prioritize those horses and we figure out who needs help now or tomorrow, who needs help in a week, who might be able to come in a month, and we try to manage that traffic, because it's very easy to get overwhelmed in this business. And a lot of rescues go out of business because they say yes and it gets out of control. It's really easy for that to happen. And so my job, along with everybody else's here, is to make sure that doesn't happen, because it doesn't give you any longevity or sustainability.
Once the horse arrives, we put it in the barn and bed it in the stall. We have a vet come out and do a preliminary entrance exam on the horse to give us a baseline idea of where the horse is physically, any issues that might need to be addressed. If something looks questionable, we'll have them take x-rays of a joint or a foot or something to see if there's actually a major problem there, if it's just something cosmetic. And then that gives us a starting point of where we need to go with this horse. We make sure all the horses have their vaccinations, that they've been dewormed, that they have seen the farrier, they've had their teeth addressed, because dental issues are a big problem with some of these horses, particularly the skinny ones. And then once their health concerns are all addressed and they're pretty sound and happy and ready to go, then we work on their training and try to get them, prepared for a job.
Literally within like 2 days you can see a difference of a horse that comes looking horrible and decrepit and depressed, really spiritually depressed. And within a couple of days you can see the life just very slowly starting to come back in to their eyes. And their eyes really are, to me, one of their main indicators of how they're feeling. A horse can look okay, walk okay, but if their eyes are dull and dead, you know that horse is not doing very well. So within a couple of days you can see that change, and it's really amazing to watch that happen. And then it just accelerates as long as things go as they should. That process just accelerates, and you really do see horses transformed here. And that, I think, definitely keeps us going. We have a lot of sad days here, but we have a lot of great days here. And when those great days usually outnumber the sad days, which is good, and keeps us coming back to give back and really help these, these creatures that really they deserve a second chance.
I'm here because I love horses, and my career has gotten me to do some amazing, amazing things. And this is sort of my way of giving back and saying thank you, horse, for taking me places that I never probably would have gone without you. So that's at the heart of why I help these horses. So I love horses, and to help them be well is really important.
Skylar on the circle. He was a racehorse. I don't think he was terribly successful at the track. He sustained a minor tendon injury on one of his front legs, which makes him probably not sound enough to race had he been a high dollar winning champion, they probably would have laid him off and then tried to bring him back into training. But since he wasn't particularly making a lot of money, the trainer said, oh, you know, he's a nice horse, he needs a second job. So he was surrendered by his trainer. He came directly off the track. We rehabbed the leg, which was pretty easy because it was a very minor injury. And so he's just a really cool thoroughbred that's ready for a second job. And it's just really cool to see the transformation of these horses that come in with various mental or physical issues, and then they leave happy, healthy, and ready to work for somebody. And it's just very satisfying.
All of our program depends on our ability to get a horse adopted. And people apply to be adopters, and there's an application process that they have to go through a form. And then we also ask for photos of the facility where the horse will be kept, and references, of course. And so we do all of our checking and vetting over the phone. We don't make site visits because the photos give us a good idea of what the facility looks like. So we try to make that as quick as possible, but as thorough as possible, because we don't want people to slip through the cracks. And so we work closely with each individual. But it's a thorough application, and we feel pretty comfortable at the end that we know the person. And then at the end of that, then they make an appointment to come out and see the horse. And we want them to ride. We want them to check it out. It's really about putting the right horse with the right person. It's not about shoving a horse out the door. And we would rather it take a year for that to happen and find the right person than hurry it up and try to get the horse moved in 2 months. So we spend a lot of time talking with people and getting to know them, and they get to know us. So it's a good process, I think.
Knowing that we did our job and the horse has found a new home, that is just the best. You can see the success, it's just like a house painter likes their job because you can see your success as you go along. With these horses, it's the same. It's so obvious what you've done, and when they leave, it's really, really rewarding.